Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Neil and Stephanie still out shooting in December. It's amazing. I haven't even had to put gloves on. My fingers aren't even cold. It's fun. We've done a fair amount of shooting today, not a ton, but we've got these new VP9A1s that we're breaking in and got our first shots. You know, they came from the factory with the Hollison dots on them, and today we're gonna zero mine. We zeroed Steph's in a previous video, and her way of zeroing is that she likes to stand and deliver and do the whole thing. I prefer to zero from a bench. Maybe it's just because of the way I learned when I was a little kid, but I tend to have a little bit of a wobble in my my presentation, and I like to take that out and know that the gun is set to go where the round is going to go where the dot is, and take me out of the equation, and then add me to the equation once I can trust the gun. And maybe that's what maybe I don't trust. Maybe I have a trust issue, Steph.
Maybe.
I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna zero mine today. We've got the VP9A1 Model F, so that's the bigger one. I've got some magazines here. We're gonna just have some fun and get this thing zeroed.
And if you want to learn more about these, we already did a whole video on unboxing, on specs, on the differences. We did first shots. We zeroed mine, so there's a bunch of videos of the A1s. One with the CC9. So if you want to go find those, go find those.
Yep.
But so we're not going to talk much about the A1 and the differences. We're just going to go ahead and zero it.
Yep. Now we fitted this gun to at least to what I like, what I really, it felt good in dry fire. I've shot just a few rounds through it with it unzeroed, and it felt really good that way. So what I've got is the large back strap, the large left or right panel, and the medium left panel. So, all right, Steph, come around here and I will load and get ready.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills, and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
Again, I know you might like to be the guy or gal that stands and does this freehand. For whatever reason, my brain cannot get wrapped around that. So, I'm going to do that from here. You're going to eat lead if you stand right there, Steph.
Yeah, but I just want to get where I can see. Okay. I can spot the sides.
Okay, so I'm going to start. Let's see here. So I like this. I would like an actual shooting bench here.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go. Did you put any in the 4?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go to the 4.
Okay. That looks like it's through the X-ring to me. Both of those look through the X-ring.
Okay.
If you want to unload that, we'll look at it, but we might not have much work to do zeroing yours.
All right. Okay, so what you can see here is 1, 2, 3, and I couldn't read down, I couldn't see them from the bench, which I don't know what order they were. What I do see is that I am just a hair to the right. So yep. I could potentially throw a click or two to the left. I'll do that. I think my elevation is right. I'm 2 out of 3 dead on there. And I just don't know which shot was which. So we're gonna move the dot just a hair, and then I'll move over to the number 1, try again, and that may be done. That one's, yours was way different than that. You know, when you get a dot from the factory, you get a dot from the factory, so it has to be set to you. So let's go back up. We'll move these things. I'm gonna go left 2 clicks. See what happens.
And we may find that we need to adjust the elevation as we get more rounds and that sort of thing, but let's start there.
Right.
And for anybody that hasn't zeroed before, it doesn't matter where your round hits. You want to be going to the exact same point of aim every time. Aim to the center of whatever you're going at, and that will tell you where the rounds go. Too many people in classes that we teach and stuff tend to make adjustments to adjust for their sighting system, whatever that sighting system is.
Yeah.
And that can make it really difficult as a firearms instructor to diagnose what the issue is because they're not consistent.
It's the Kentucky windage thing, right? And so we've all learned that when we were a little kid and our dad was, we're sitting in our dad's lap shooting targets or prairie dogs or pop cans or whatever. And our dad's like, you know what, aim just a little bit to the left. Because that's, and so you aim to a spot knowing that the round is going somewhere else.
Right.
And we do see that a lot.
And that can be helpful if you're at a time and place that you can't make adjustments. If I could tell my students anything, though, it would be in class, don't do that, at least not while we're trying to learn and adjust. If you can give me something consistent every time, then we can make adjustments, whether it's your sighting system, because irons need to be adjusted, dots need to be adjusted, or whether it's something in your shooting system, your grip, your stand, whatever that is. But if it's not consistent, we can't change it very well.
And so the big point here, the big takeaway here is when you're zeroing your gun, use the exact same point of aim every single time. And that's why I like the bench, because I don't have any of that move. I can put that dot right on that X, and then I can just do the keep pressing that Carrie taught me, and I can put that down there, and I take any of the movement out of it, so I know that with my vision where the dot is, that's where the round went. And even if all 3 shots are over to the left, now I have consistency. Now I can adjust my dot to move it over, versus if I adjust in the shooting position to over, now I don't know what I'm doing with my zero, right? Does that make sense?
That's exactly makes sense.
So that's the point of what we're talking about. So use the exact same point of aim every time. That's why, so this time I'm gonna go to the number 1, but I'm shooting at that X every single time. We'll see what happens, so. All right,
where are you going this time so I can watch?
Number 1. Number 1, the X.
I think those are all very, very close.
Let's go see.
I was struggling to see different holes, so they might be very close.
All right.
Again, you've got the world's worst spotter, though.
Yeah, so I've got all 3 in the X. Still 2 out of 3 are to the right over here, so potentially I can move 1 more click to the left just to see. And for the break-in period of this gun, I probably will do that. We'll go back and move it, and then I will take a shot at one of the 1-inch squares. Freestanding now. Pretty happy with that, though.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hold on. I'm going to move left 1 more click.
And this will be something we continue to look at and adjust as we get hundreds of rounds through the guns.
All right, so I'm going to go for the bottom square.
It's just, you can probably see it.
Yeah, I felt that one.
I think there'll still be line breaks, but.
I'm speeding up too. And you can, if you're watching on camera, I think you can probably see my arm is moving. So that's my life. Okay, I think that was 7 or 8, which is kind of what we did with Steph. So let's go down and look now with the.
And we've got a
okay, so
really
now
nice
here,
group.
this should be pretty cool. I don't know if you can see this. Maybe John can zoom in here, but you can see everything is more left and a little bit low. So I'm kind of at that 4 o'clock area. So potentially I can move that left a little bit more and up a little bit to really dial it in for me. Again, this kind of matches that to some degree and matches that a little bit. So I had made very small adjustments.
And this is really what you're looking for, is a nice, consistent, solid group. And then you can take that group excuse me, and move it, because this is great. And as you go back, this is at 10 yards. So then as we go back at 25 yards, it's going to be closer to this size of group if you don't make any changes. But if you take this size of group and move it a little bit low and a little bit to the right, it's going to start to be significantly off where you want it. So while this is amazing and fantastic for 10, if we can shift the whole group by adjusting the dot, we'll keep it in the center of this at 25 yards. If that makes sense. So
that's what we're gonna do, and then I'll continue to shoot this gun. I've got a class that I'm taking next month down in Alabama that I'm hoping to shoot this gun at that and get it really broken. I'm really excited about the new VP9s. See you next time.